I wanted to welcome you to our mathematical art course this term. I wanted to share a little bit about myself so you could get to know me since this is an online course. So I just am going to walk through this presentation. It's not directly related to the course, but just a way to get to know me as a person, and hopefully I'll get to know you throughout the course. So I am Dr. Robinson. I got my doctorate from Liberty University. I specifically focused in curriculum and instruction, which is why I work in the ed tech department here at CCS. I work in educational technology and helping to scaffold some of our courses. So if you guys have DEN 101 this term or digital techniques, you're working in a course that I helped create with our faculty. So that's really exciting. My master's is from the University of New Orleans. I actually live in New Orleans, or technically just outside, but when we tell everybody we live in New Orleans. And that was in math with a focus in curriculum and instruction. So I was very into STEM. My bachelor's includes a focus in math. I teach a lot of different math courses, everything from your really basic introduction to algebra all the way up to graduate level linear algebra and multivariate calculus. So I spend a lot of time in the math sector when I'm not in ed tech. I've taught online for 15 years. The majority of that is math and education courses. So I'm really excited to do this mathematical art course because I'm getting to blend two things that I really like in a very unique way. I'm also a business owner, so I own Learning Architect Specialist, and we do a lot of consulting work in the accessibility realm and in the educational technology realm. I do a lot of assessments. I'll come in and write courses that are on Coursera. I've done some of that in the past, but primarily right now I am at the ed tech area here at CCS. But I wanted to share a little bit about what I was doing before I came to CCS, and that was primarily working with my business. I'm also a mathematician. I do a lot of math consulting work, specifically with standardized testing. I'll do an analysis of the test scores to figure out if the test is fair across different groups of students. And I've got some super cool software that I use to do that, but it still takes a brain to think. A little bit about me as a person is that I'm a mom of three, so I've got my three kids. I like to have fun, and my kids do too. My oldest is the one in the Stitch costume. He's a freshman at Tulane. I guess he's a junior. He got his associate's degree while he was in high school, so now he's in his first year of college, but he's in a different place because he has a bunch of credits. But we're Disney obsessed. We go to Disney several times a year. And for his senior pictures, he took some of his senior pictures in a Stitch costume and didn't tell me. So it was kind of funny because when I opened his album, there he was in Stitch. My middle child is my dancer. So she's in a pre-professional ballet training program where she works really hard, about 20 hours a week. And she takes point classes, modern, contemporary, acro, those types of things. And then my youngest is the one who's in 5th grade over there. She is my artist. So she's already working in Adobe Illustrator at 10 and creating texturized illustrations. I've talked to a few people here at CCS about what to do with her because she's very, very talented. She prefers painting, but she's doing digital because that was a recommendation. And she's actually going to have a private curriculum created by the New Orleans Creative Arts Institute. We sent them her portfolio, and they're going to be working with her some. My kids are all homeschooled. They went straight through homeschool or online hybrid with my son. That's how he got his associates. So I love to read. I read probably 2 or 3 books a week. And I'm all over the place. I love mystery. I love sci-fi. Anything I can get my hands on. We love Harry Potter in this house. All of our kids have read it and we require it. And then we actually collect art from a local artist, Christy, who does art by utilizing finger paints. So she finger paints things and does mixed media pieces. We call our house her gallery where we live because we've got about, I think, close to 10 original pieces now. So we've got quite a few pieces that are originals, and we also have some reproductions that are up around my house. So, what can you expect in this class? Expect to interact. I really try to drive a lot of interaction. I know this is an online course, but this is also a community, and I want to get to know what you have to bring to the table with your creativity, and I want you to get to know what I have to bring to the table with the blending of mathematics. So be ready to ask questions, reach out to me, work together as a class in our discussions. This is really meant to be collaborative. You're going to see videos from me. I love to post videos. They're quick, they're easy for me, and I feel like I'm getting a little bit of a touchstone with you. You're going to see a lot of different resources. So I don't tend to just follow a textbook or one thing. I tend to pull things together from all over. So if you've kind of explored Module 1, you're seeing that there's a whole lot of things being pulled together to get the course to where I want it to be. So there's going to be a lot of really rich resources. And then just approach this course with a growth mindset. So the goal is that you're going to grow your creativity while you're growing your understanding of mathematics. And it's really cool when those two things merge because it makes something really special. So that's just what I hope your experience is like here. If you want to reach out to me, I prefer to keep it in Canvas if at all possible. That helps me separate my ed tech role from my faculty role. Grading questions, always email those. Those are never to be posted in the discussion because of privacy laws. Like I said, I'm in New Orleans, so I am on Central Time. So just keep in mind that you guys are Eastern. That's not as much of a problem as when I have students who are Pacific, and their 9 p.m. is my 11 p.m. So that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Office hours, I do by appointment, so please feel free to send me an email. I can also quickly resolve things as well. I don't text a whole lot simply because we have a Google Voice number and it's really hard to text, but emails come directly to my phone when you send something through Canvas. So if you send me a message through Canvas, it's just like texting me. So that's kind of how I like to manage things. There are some different tools you're going to see in this course that you probably haven't been exposed to unless you've taken one of our other courses at Tech Built. So we have H5P interactives. And so if you look after some of those instructional pages, there's things that say H5P interactives or interactives. And those are for you to check your knowledge to see if you understood what you read. It's kind of like taking a beat, taking a deep breath, processing. So the goal is that you do those pages with the readings, and then you tackle the interactives before you tackle the assignment, discussion, or knowledge check. So those are built in. I'm going to be bringing in what I call applets. So there's things like Plix games. There's going to be 3D modeling pieces where something is already built and you're exploring it. And then I bring in some stuff with GeoGebra because I'll have figures that you will be able to manipulate. So you'll be able to rotate them, you'll be able to move them around. And that technology is what helps us get to that spherical geometry place because it's very difficult to sketch it. You will not see sketches from me on that for the most part because while I love art and I love being creative and creating amazing courses with interaction and creativity, I was not blessed with the ability to draw. So like my airplanes and my stick people for my word problems look like neither one, and my math students get a real kick out of that. So you won't see me drawing. You'll probably see an integrated technology piece with something that looks a lot better. So I'm really looking forward to this term. I hope you commit to communicate and participate and also to manage your time so that you can be successful in this course. I look forward to it. Let's get started.